Have you ever wondered why makeup is called makeup? What are we making up for? What am I lacking or missing? Or why our products are named things that symbolize covering up who we are? Like concealer. Why do we want to conceal who we are again? Hey, it's your girl Abby, aka New Age Coach here, and I am lighting the way for those on their way to the light. And to my soul vibers, that it's those of you who are already subscribed, thank you. Anyone new just tuning in, welcome. On this channel, we talk all things self and soul development. So if you like that vibe and want to join the tribe, hit subscribe. My brain makes sense of my world through symbolism, through analogies and metaphors, but mostly symbolic images, words, phrases, things of that nature, which is probably why I love poetry so much. So yes, this is a shameless plug for my play by ear poetry playlist, which I'll link below. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because last night, Bay and I had a conversation which stemmed from watching a TV program. Actually, cutting myself off here to pause and bring you a PSA. I know you haven't seen Bay in quite some time from our episodes of Bed with Bay. Yes, that was another shameless plug to watch the Bed with Bay series linked below. But don't you worry, he is doing wonderful and we will be back soon. Back to makeup, where there was a woman who was she wore heavy makeup. It was very dramatic, very in-your-face expressive, and it turned a lot of people off. And we got into this heated discussion just about a whole lot of things, about judgment, about fitting into society's boxes, about makeup overall, and really discerning how you use makeup as the critical point that I wanted to touch on in this video. We were going back and forth about self-expression being something that's beautiful, that makeup is a tool to do. We talked about the other downside about makeup being used as a form of covering up aspects of yourself that you might not be too comfortable with. The light bulb went off in my head, and I started even just breaking it down to the words that we use when we talk about makeup, even down to the names of makeup products, of beauty products. And even in saying beauty products, I realized, why do we have to call them beauty products? Because that sentence alone makes one infer that beauty is lacking without that product. Yet we say these things without even questioning where they came from or what it's actually doing to our psyche. And somehow I kept just talking to the camera, and I had no clue where I was going with the point that I was trying to make. Had nothing to do with makeup, had nothing to do with symbolism. I just went down a rabbit hole of talking. So to bring it all back to symbolism, right now I wanted to talk about a few of the makeup products in particular that one might use on a daily basis and really just dissect what the name is, what it can imply, and things of that nature. Product number one, concealer. For anyone who might not know or doesn't use makeup on a daily basis, it's typically something that we put under our eyes right here. So for example, to cover up these big old bags that are right here. And I love these bags. You know why? It shows that I'm a human sometimes, that we're in really stressful times, that it's really hard to get sleep when you're worried about the state of the world and humanity, and there's so much happening and you're tired. There's so many of us in that predicament. This shows who you are and the reality of where you're at, and that's okay. And that's what I challenge you to think about in this video. In the positive light, of course, there are gonna be some times, let's say I'm going on a job interview and I wanna feel my best, and I love how I feel when I wear concealer. There's a whole different energy and spirit in that approach to makeup and concealer than the negative aspect of these bags make me feel so self-conscious. Everybody's staring at me. My acne is so horrific that I can't even be in public because I'm scared what everyone is gonna think of me. And those are sentiments that I'm really challenging people to look at, because no amount of concealer is going to be able to conceal what you feel. Ooh. That was good. Product number two, cover up. Now, this is very similar to concealer. The terms used to name these products are self-explanatory. Concealer is used to conceal. Cover up is used to cover up. And because it's so in your face obvious what the function is of it, sometimes when things are that obvious, it's like the thinking is done for you. You don't have to question what it is because it's obvious what it does. But that's again where I challenge you. We should never just consume something, a product or anything, without asking a little bit more questions or even just stopping to pause to think about it. Because if you think about it in the context of this video, you might ask yourself, why do I need to cover up my face? Why do I need to use this substance to actually hide who I am? If you're using cover up, again, the good side is it works. It's a tool to make you feel your best self, to go be confident out in the world. But that confidence didn't start with the cover up. And if it did, no amount of cover up is gonna help you cover up what you're feeling inside. That's where I implore you to go and ask yourself, what don't I want people to see about who I truly am? Ask yourself a question like, am I trying to cover up something physically like a pimple because I think that makes me unworthy of love? Do I think that that makes me unattractive to somebody, therefore I need to cover it up? And what you're uncovering in that question, in that example, is an issue related to worthiness and your own self-love and your value and how attractive you are from the inside out. You need to love yourself unconditionally before expecting to attract somebody by how you look. And for anyone who wouldn't love you because you have some pimples or something that's not beautiful, you don't want that person anyway. Product number 3 is the blender. So this product is what's called like a blender brush or a blender. It's like a little sponge, but the principle is that you use this to blend in the different shades of your face, okay? You use it to make sure all the makeup is just the same. The symbolism that I'd like to apply for the concept of this video is this idea around conforming to societal norms. This idea of programming to fit in and be like everybody else instead of standing out and being yourself, shining your own light. It is your individuality and your authenticity and the gifts and skills that you bring to this world. Why would you want to blend in with everybody doing the same thing when you were born to be different? Quite literally. This idea of blending together, making sure that we're all conforming, that it's all one shade, that it's all the same thing. These are the concepts that I implore you to think about. Product number 4, toner and primer. Toner and primer are basically what you apply to your face before you are going to actually apply all of your makeup. So you can spray your face with the toner, you let it set. What it does is really start to make sure everything's gonna even out and accept the makeup. And then for the primer, it's the same concept. It's used to put on as a base of your face, that's fun to say, before you apply the rest of your cover up or foundation or makeup that's gonna layer over that. So it gets your face ready to accept what's about to be put onto it. Now, if you think about primer and toner, and what I just said, the symbolism is around this concept in our world about programming, about how on a consistent basis, we're as humans being primed to just accept things as they are or seem to be instead of challenging them. Even as I mentioned, the idea of calling it a beauty product, that is priming us to just accept that that's what it is. It's a beauty product. That means you don't have beauty without it. That is a primer. It's programming our subconscious to believe something that's not necessarily true, so that when they present the actual products to us, we've already have kind of this idea that we need to accept it. We are being primed and toned to just go with the flow, but this is where I challenge you to resist the flow, to say, hold on a second, which direction am I trying to flow? I think it's beautiful when we say go with the flow, but you gotta understand which direction you're flowing in. Do you want to be primed to accept something that you don't necessarily agree with or believe? And if your answer was no to that question, this is where that self and soul development kicks in. That's where spirituality kicks in, really getting to know yourself and what you truly believe and what you don't. Product number 5, highlighter, bronze, and contour. I grouped all of these products together because for me, the symbolism and message behind them is kind of the same thing. Highlighter, for those that don't know, you usually apply it to maybe your cheekbones, so a little bit of your forehead, on your nose, and places where it's supposed to look like light naturally reflects. And there lies the message in symbolism. The message behind that is that without highlighter and bronze, you don't shine. You're lackluster and dull. You don't shimmer. And that is so not true. So instead you apply shimmery substance and gold and try to glow with makeup. But babies, you already glow. You are the light. The light shines from the inside out. There's nothing and no amount of highlighter or bronze that could dull that shine within you. It is you. Makeup doesn't bring that out. Being who you are, that's what shines. That's what shimmers. And as far as contouring, contouring is this idea of putting makeup in certain places of your structural face that will alter the way your face looks. So this idea of you have to quite literally conform into a certain standard of beauty to feel beautiful. And if your face doesn't meet that mold, well, here's this product that will literally allow the illusion that your nose is a little shorter or your cheekbones are a little bit higher to give off this idea that it's beautiful because it fits a mold. We don't want to fit molds, guys. We want to break the mold. Thank you for watching this far in the video. I hope I've made it clear that I have nothing against makeup. Again, makeup can be used as a tool, as in anything with life. It's not about the thing itself. It's about your awareness and perception and how you use that thing in life. Makeup is beautiful. I love makeup. I absolutely adore makeup. The intent and messaging around this, if you haven't caught the memo yet, is that no amount of makeup is going to allow you to present yourself the way your energetic presence already does. So if you're not using makeup as a constructive tool that adds value to your life and who you are already, and you're using it instead to cover up some type of imperfection or insecurity or to appear some type of way to anyone else, makeup is not going to make up for that lack within you. Instead of covering up, you have to go within to uncover where that lies within you so we can start healing you and let that natural beauty that you already are come out. The point of this video is don't ever let makeup make up who you are. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It helps so much and I love your thumbs. Please remember to leave a comment down below. Please remember to also subscribe as it helps this channel grow so I can keep coming back to you with more content like so. Bye everybody.